Remy, a Bronx fight rap queen who later became a tabloid headliner, and Claressa, a two-time Olympic gold medalist who now works as a reality TV chaos agent, were the talk of Papoose. With so many camera phones aimed at them, what could possibly go wrong when these two are battling for the same man in the same room on the same night? Wait, did anyone see that video? Otherwise, get your popcorn now. When Remy and Claressa Shields physically fought toe-to-toe in what witnesses are describing as the most brutal celebrity fighting of the year, what began as a birthday celebration evolved into a hip-hop full-on love. With a dash of hair-pulling, in high heels, the drama it's giving WV is beyond daytime court TV. And the footage is insane and the receipts are scandalous. You don't want to miss this exposé. But hold on, was this conflict months in the making? Or was it just a spontaneous outburst? What are their unseen dangers to leaded DNS and unexpected backstage conflicts? More importantly, why was Papoose merely standing there with a red velvet cupcake in her hand, as these two women attempted to hit each other in the upcoming week? At a VIP gathering with influencers, TV crews, and a full dessert table, nobody, nobody, expected Remy to throw hands. Yes, you read correctly. At what was meant to be a low-key private celebration for Papoose's latest business endeavor, Grammy-nominated rapper, mom, former jailbird, and motivational speaker, Reminisce, Smith got into a full-on brawl with Claressa the G with Shields at a posh Detroit lounge. Translation: everything about his soft launch with Claressa has gone haywire. The rails. Let's go forward a bit. Remy Ma and Papoose used to be hip-hop royalty. They developed their romance through bit ciphers, conjugal visits, and studio sessions. But as soon as Claressa joined the conversation, everything started to go wrong. When she nonchalantly shared a picture of herself battling with Pap shirtless, glistening, and carrying pads, as if they were engaged, it was over. Last year, she made her debut on the remix of one of Papoose's tunes, which got people whispering. Insiders assert that Remy's first attempts to appear composed, liking some of Claressa's tweets, and even using the fire emoji a few times, were all a front. Behind the scenes, our stylist source, Remy, had already begun to plot. After observing that Papoose was smiling excessively in the group chat, she reportedly hired a private investigator in December. Yes, the group chat is always the problem. The $8,000 Rolex he accidentally gave her, the overnight recovery cold baths, and the private gym sessions were all explained by Pap's insistence that Claressa was merely a friend who was helping him keep in shape. Remy, on the other hand, is traditional. She does pull-ups rather than messy back and forth. Claressa showed up composedly in a diamond-studded boxing robe and heels, filming a diss track with her hair down and her fists ready, and drinking Casamigos like they were juice. The word husband hit harder than a left hook, though, so let's stop right here as Remy barged in screaming. Since Papoose and Remy haven't officially announced their divorce, Remy still views herself as the wife and not the ex, although Papoose has been having affairs with Claressa as though they were the new Jay and Bay. According to one person who attended the event, tension is an understatement. The DJ claimed that as soon as Remy walked into the room, even the LED lights started to flicker. Keep smiling, champ. You're going to be sipping that drink through a straw after tonight, baby. Rem then went straight to Claressa, looked her in the face, and when there was no turning back, she stood up. Just in case, Rogue put Vaseline in her luggage. Even Papoose seemed to need a recharge as the room went quiet. According to one witness, he muttered, "I just wanted to drop a mixtape, man," before backing into the photo booth like Homer in the bushes. Then out of nowhere, Remy swung first, not with a punch, but with her purse, allegedly a $4,000 designer clutch. It hit Claressa in the shoulder, and that's all it took. The bell rang. Round 1, fight. Claressa lunged, Remy ducked, and the crowd. They didn't intervene because apparently everyone was too busy recording for their Instagram stories. Multiple angles of shaky footage. Someone even caught it in cinematic mode because this generation doesn't stop chaos. They document it. Hair got pulled, nails snapped. At one point, Remy shouted, "You can't have him! He's... It escalated when I said, while Claressa fired back, "Girl, he isn't even answering your texts." According to reports, Remy grabbed a bottle of champagne. Like clockwork, security eventually intervened after Claressa blocked it with a cake platter. However, The security officers were also Clarissa's relatives. In actuality, they simply surrounded her with protection and dared to try again. Bless his perplexed spirit, Papoose attempted to mediate the conflict. "Can we just talk?" he muttered as he moved between them, carrying a cupcake with a candle inside. Then, you were unintentionally bumped in the ribs by a partygoer holding crab legs. "You can't make this stuff up." The crowd dispersed like roaches when the lights came on, and the security team formed that cousin-powered phalanx around Claressa. But guess what? That was only the beginning. What happened next would cause a huge backlash, ignite the internet, and even prompt 2 local Detroit council members to call for a citywide celebrity behavior review. 3 adult males are seen holding Remy back in a Fashion Nova deal with 4 million followers, shouting, "I ruined this man's career." The footage was cinematic, featuring slow-motion hair flips, overhead angles, and live commentary from inebriated guests. It seemed as though Ebo had dropped a surprise pay-per-view. Within 23 minutes, Remy's Claressa was trending #1 worldwide on Twitter, TikTok threads, and somehow even Club Penguin's ghost servers. While straightening her ponytail and sipping from a champagne flute, Claressa can be heard, laughing. Yes, laughing as if she were filming a Real Housewives of Toledo advertisement. "And you think he left me for a rookie with gloves?" But hold on, things will improve. The receipts went viral along with the footage. Papoose appeared to be messaging Claressa a few hours later in an alleged stolen text thread, saying things like, "I need peace, not pain. You're the calm in my storm." She continued to use my Netflix login, but a voice note allegedly written by Remy to a friend said, "She thinks she got him, but she only got him until I feel like taking him back." Fans were devastated when TikTok investigators turned the internet into a digital crime scene by enhancing screenshots and zooming in on nail shapes that match timestamps. Woo, sympathy, and prescience. Remy is no stranger to this. She has a history of public feuds. It's hardly surprising, considering the notorious Shether track, in which she viciously attacked Nicki Minaj. Remy forgot that Claressa fought for her country, not for influence, according to one viral tweet. Speaking of fists, a guest released security footage from the side door showing Claressa landing what looked like a clean uppercut into the air after Remy ducked. Remy missed as well, but the dedication was tenfold by this point. That woman has platinum patience and golden fists. She brought that same energy into a room where someone was allegedly spending time with her still technically husband. But Claressa has a different build. Even Jake Paul tweeted, "Remy better chill. Claressa's got that jab," in response to X. "I smell a boxing bout between celebrities. Who is attempting to advertise this?" However, the real tea came when Claressa posted a now-deleted Instagram story just hours after the fight, showing her sitting in a row with an ice pack on her shoulder calmly. The headline is, "Remy and Claressa shields trade blows, and Papoose is left holding cake in regret." Tunes reposted a still of Remy pointing a stiletto in Claressa's space with the caption, "From the ring to the lounge, it's on." The caption reads, "I told him I don't fight over no man, but I will respond when disrespected," echoing Summer Walker's Karma lyrics. Recognize the distinction. The Remy Hive 1 fan page posted a 9-minute conspiracy breakdown on YouTube, titled "Claressa Was Always Jealous. 10 Signs Remy Should Have Swung Sooner." In contrast, Ray's camp went completely silent, posting no tweets or posts, just a mysterious egg story with a black screen, a white heart, and the words, "Loyalty over everything." Reshared a meme of Remy dressed as a character from Mortal Kombat, with the caption, "Choose your fighter, Bronx Edition." If you thought that was messy, you'll be amazed at what was actually going on behind the scenes at the venue. Our exclusive source, a bartender who was fired for allegedly giving Remy too many shots of Casamigos, claims that the fight didn't begin in the lounge but rather in the hallway by the restrooms, where Remy cornered Claressa and muttered, "You're smiling a lot for someone about to lose your veneers." Security noticed and tried to separate them, but it was too late because by the time they returned to the main event room, Remy was still walking around the Bronx with an attitude and her hair tied back like it was 2005. The source also claims that Claressa stayed calm until Remy bumped into her shoulder on her way out, muttering, "I'd give you 6 months before he's back home." A local bakery even posted on Facebook that the $5,000 buttercream cake with a Remy and Pap theme had been destroyed in the altercation. Claressa's PR team immediately started spinning the story, reaching out to fight promoters and hinting at a possible Layla Ali versus Claressa Shields celebrity charity boxing match. Sources say Claressa is down, but Ray's team responded with a one-word lawsuit, saying that even though Remy may have swung first, her team claimed that she was emotionally provoked and that the venue staff should have known better. We're devastated, but you know who wasn't devastated? Papoose allegedly planned the entire event to create buzz about his next project, rather than inviting both women to the same event. An anonymous insider claims that he had been looking at a storyline called Ring of Love, Pab's Punchlines and Heartlines, which featured Claressa and Remy in a love triangle. If is accurate, the entire catastrophe was a planned action rather than a random incident. But that swing wasn't acting, so if that's the case, someone forgot to tell Remy. That was frustration, betrayal, and bronze for 10 years. Like never before, the public was divided, and comment sections became battlefields. Team Claressa stated she didn't swing first, and kept it until it was time to stop, while Team Remy labeled her the only true one in the bunch. You can immediately tell there would be fire with this quantity of smoke because if you thought the war was over, you're wrong. In contrast, Team Kikuchi primarily featured memes of him looking confused as he clutched that one cupcake and muttered, "I just wanted to drop a mixtape. It was just the initial round." After the celebration, what transpired would cause shockwaves throughout the Detroit Police Department showed up at the lounge 45 minutes late and 5 punches short, just when you thought the evening couldn't get much worse. Claressa was cooling off in the VIP hooker room as if she hadn't just gone through a dozen rounds with the rap legend, while Remy had already rushed out through the kitchen exit, allegedly knocking over a platter of shrimp skewers. The internet wasn't forgiving, and the harm was already done. Gloves Offa versus Claressa Shields was one of the headlines used by several news outlets. Page 6 was informed by a source close to Remy's camp that she was really embarrassed by the altercation and regretted allowing her feelings to control her. However, another insider disagreed, claiming that Remy had advised her to swing harder. Citing witness accounts and video, Claressa's team formally complained of assault with intent to cause harm. When Papoose's love triangle in Detroit explodes, security points the finger at complicated dim lighting. Following a scuffle in the lounge, Remind might be in violation of probation. The shadow room looks into it. Film, and her eyelid was scratched by a broken artificial nail. Additionally, keep in mind that a shooting incident in 2007 landed Remy in jail for nearly 7 years. Not the comeback story her PR team had in mind. She's been flinging hands at a lounge over a man who fumbles freestyles, despite her efforts to reinvent herself as a responsible adult and black excellence mogul. It gets worse though, because on Monday of the following week, Papoose himself on Instagram Live, sporting a 72-hour sweatshirt in the background and black eyes. What was it he said? Oh, only that this is the most Papoose thing ever. He said, "I still love Remy, but I care deeply for Claressa. I'm caught in the middle. I'm not perfect, but I'm real. Is not what I ever wanted. I wanted my ladies to live together, sir, and I wanted music and serenity. Instead of a cage match, you wanted a cipher. Let's be serious." That last stream received 1.3 million views in less than 10 minutes. Not because people felt sorry for him, but rather because the comment section devolved into the Hunger Games, bro. You can't handle one mixtape. Fans already thought that Pap was playing both sides, and Fat Joe even joined in on the controversy during a live session with DJ Envy, calling for peace in the culture, while inadvertently revealing that Papoose may have been living with Claressa for the previous 3 months, and you tried to manage 2 queens. Remy apparently shared a tale about her past mugshot on social media with the remark, "Shay hands, I got history. Let's see who the judge listens to. If you're scared of both of them, blink twice, as well." Although Claressa did not comment, her manager made a thoughtful statement. Ms. Shields is focused on her training career and legacy. She does not engage in violence unless it is sanctioned by a boxing commission. Self-defense is her right. Professional clean, but with enough shade to blot out the sun. Speaking of commissions, it appears that a real investigation is in progress. In a statement, the Michigan State Athletic Board said it is investigating possible unlicensed combative behavior. Basically, it may be permissible to use a weapon if you fight and you're a professional boxer. Therefore, it is possible that Claressa will also face disciplinary action. Let's now discuss endorsement agreements. Claressa's planned campaign with a large sportswear business was interrupted by Rye's affiliation with a high-end wig company. According to insiders, VH1 reportedly decided Papoose's reality show proposal was too toxic for their brand and placed it on hold. We got Love and Hip Hop Miami from this network. Then prepare yourselves because security camera footage from the lounge was leaked. Internet investigators analyze the audio as if it were a leaked Taylor Swift album, and some say that Papoose can be heard softly humming Alphabetical Slaughter in the background. It's unclear whether this is a coping mechanism or nervous energy, but the most bizarre part is that Remy was supposed to be on The Breakfast Club that same week, but Charlemagne reportedly canceled the recording after hearing the following shouting, "I have bars, regardless of whether she has belts." Glass breaking and what sounds like a man whispering, "Don't hit her face, it's still healing." Security picked up on a possible revenge plot involving the delivery of boxing gloves to the studio ahead of time. No one has confirmed it yet, but sources say the gloves were bedazzled and embroidered with the word wifey. Coincidence, you decide. Let's zoom out. Isn't just about Remy and Claressa. It's about ego, the legacy of love triangles, and the fact that when two strong women are coerced into a pathetic plot for the amusement of the public and the uncertainty of a confused rapper, someone's wig and their future will be taken. Fans are speculating about what will happen next. Will Remy press charges? Will Claressa sue for defamation? Or will Papoose release a diss track directed at himself? We don't know, but here's what we do know. A new wave of fans claims that maybe Remy snapped because no one respected her status, while others argue that Claressa just existed and didn't provoke anything. The internet has taken sides, and this feud has turned into a movement. The hashtags are wild. Josh Teamer cut, Bronx bombarded, Pop Leespick, and just note over cupcake drama. And for what? A mixtape, a situationship, a man who still rhymes loyalty with royalty in every song, and let's face it, Papoose is reportedly staying with a cousin in Jersey until things calm down. Wow, did they all survive that? Because if you're still alive after this level of secondhand embarrassment, heartbreak, and viral chaos, you deserve a round of applause and maybe a helmet. We just watched an Olympic champion and a bronze rap. Legend turn a lounge into WrestleMania over a man holding a $3 cupcake. Calm in the storm, but the storm who fumbled two queens, ruined a $5,000 cake, and still acted like the victim. Check on that man, actually. Check his iCloud, because there must be more tea. Now, for the real investigators, the keyboard warriors, and the shady detectives of TikTok and Twitter, what do you think? Was Remy justified? Did she go too far? Did Claressa play it cool? Or is she the real villain in boxing gloves? Most importantly, should Papoose be barred from hosting events for the rest of 2025? Always know more than the FBI if you want more. Exclusive tea, dramatic breakdowns, and scandalous storytelling that will make you clutch your pearls and question your life choices. Make sure to like and subscribe. This was a gossip spill vibe where the drama is always hot and the facts are optional. The forthcoming expose